Hello, I'm Jeff Darlington, and Cheryl and I have been going to St. Andrew we were founding members. We actually were members before we had land or before we had a building. And I've been asked to talk a little bit about stewardship and St. Andrew and just in general, kind of what's going on. It's taken me a long time to come to the realization that the church does not have anything to do with the physical building that we're part of, but really is more about the people that are involved with us, our interactions. We interact at the church, the building, or at least we used to, but it's not really about the place as much as it is about the people and the relationships you have with people there at St. Andrew. Thinking about the pandemic and the other stuff that's been going on lately, it's really caused me to take time to sit, think, listen, remember, go through the process. Typically not one that would sit on the morning coffee in the back deck and watch the tree bud out and leaves and watch the flowers grow, listen to the birds sing. Much too busy for that. Going places, gotta go. That was my life. But obviously the pandemic has slowed us all down, and that's been a good thing. I think it's helped to focus on life and what's important and relationships and conversations and interactions with others and learning, listening from a perspective of not trying to decide what to say next, but trying to listen in a way to understand better. So it's a view of St. Andrew from me here in Olathe, and stewardship and trying to learn and be part of the St. Andrew family, but also to be part of the bigger family of Christians and everyone that's around us, and be more understanding and accepting, learning, processing, kind, and others. Thank you.
Good afternoon, St. Andrew Christian Church. I'm here again to help talk about our sermon for this coming Sunday. Before I talk about the actual sermon, I want to talk about a new sermon series that we're beginning this particular week. The sermon series is entitled Modeling the Faith. And the image I had in mind was actually a model of a church, much like this one of St. Andrew Christian Church's sanctuary before it was built. A model was constructed to give the church an idea of what the sanctuary would look like when it was eventually built. This type of early modeling has been going on for a long time. It can at least be traced back to the medieval period of Christianity. When a person was going to commission a cathedral to be built, they would gather several architects and masons together and maybe have a competition of designing several models of what and how they would build the cathedral. The person commissioning the work would look at the various constructions, the renditions that were built, a size like this or a little bit larger than this, and the person commissioning the work would choose the future cathedral based on the model. And that's much of what my sermon series will be about in terms of modeling the faith, is this early construction, this early design, those facets of our faith that are foundational, the very groundwork for who we are called to be as a Christian people. This very first week in this Modeling the Faith series will be on the age-old discussion of the role of doubt with faith. I say age-old, it's not new. Christians have been wrestling with how to manage doubt and questions and discerning in our faith life. We can go all the way back to the earliest disciples of Jesus. Our passage this Sunday comes from John chapter 20. When Jesus reappears after the crucifixion, Jesus finds the disciples. They've been in hiding, fear, doubt, discernment, trying to figure out what would come next now that their leader had been crucified and was no longer with them. Jesus appears to help them work through whatever doubts might have been in their mind, whatever questions were there, welcoming those opportunities to strengthen who they were. As we think about our own faith, the own core elements of how our faith is put together, we will soon learn, if you've not already learned, that doubt is such an instrumental, key component to a faith that is strong, enduring, and stands the test of challenges and hardships that come our way. Join us on Sunday as we begin modeling the faith through the questions of doubt.